Hello, and welcome back to Lazy Bettor Guides. The Lazy Bettor's Guide to the Kentucky Derby examines Kentucky Derby results from 1992 to 2013, as well as related prep races for each of those years. From 22 years' worth of past performance data, the book constructs a highly effective, performance-based approach to picking Derby winners. This video series looks at how each race since 1992 played out from the Lazy Bettor perspective. You'll see how the visual record consistently affirms the Lazy Bettor's interpretation of the data. Get ready to be wowed by the impressive performances of Derby-winning horses and their jockeys, and by the repeated accuracy of the Lazy Bettor approach. We start this video series by showing you one of the few failures of this approach. The 1992 Derby didn't play out according to Lazy Bettor expectations, but even in defeat, we saw how important Lazy Bettor principles were upheld.
The purse is $974,000 plus. The winner will get about $715,000. Distance is 1.25 miles.
It's May of 1992, and fans at Churchill Downs are buzzing with excitement over the European invader Arazi. Arazi won 6 races in France in 1991 before flying to the United States and winning the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He broke 13th of 14 runners in that race, then circled the field and blew them all the way on to a 5-length victory there. In 1992, Arazi won his only Derby prep race in France on the turf. That meant he was entering the Kentucky Derby on an 8-race winning streak. Bettors that year made him the 4-5 favorite in an 18-horse field. So Arazi was a very heavy favorite there. People expected him to win, or certainly come very close to winning. They saw his late closing style as perfect for the 1.25 mile Derby. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile, as I said, he broke 13th of 14. All his races in France, he never had the lead. Even though 5 of those races he was facing, he was in fields of 6 horses or fewer. So he was definitely a closing type of runner. Did not have the Lazy Bettor's Guide parameters as far as early speed. So he was a definite bet against, according to the Lazy Bettor method. In the Kentucky Derby, he was true to form. He broke 16th of 18 horses. And that year, the Lazy Bettor's Guide identified only one gold standard horse. That horse was Pine Bluff, who had just won a hard-fought victory in the Arkansas Derby. In that race, after stalking a fast pace, Pine Bluff took the lead and held off all challengers in the stretch. He won by only a neck, but he ran fast early and fast late. His running style and race fractions were a solid example of the gold standard that's in the Lazy Bettor's Guide. But Pine Bluff failed to repeat that effort in the Kentucky Derby. He finished a disappointing 5th. So this is a year in which the Lazy Bettor principles miss. However, a couple of the principles were substantiated there. First of all, the quality of Pine Bluff's Arkansas Derby win was substantiated when the runner-up in that race, Lily T, won the Kentucky Derby. Further support of Lazy Bettor principles came 2 weeks later when Pine Bluff came back and won the Preakness Stakes. So even though it was a miss in the Kentucky Derby, the gold standard identified both top quality horse, top quality 3-year-old of the year, and the best prep race going into the Derby. As for Arazi, one of the lowest priced Derby favorites in the past 50 years, he finished a badly fading 8th after launching a rally that carried him from the back of the pack to closer up and then a stretch fade. So the gold standard was right there and throwing Arazi out of the mix. To see a near perfect example of the Lazy Bettor approach, click on over to our Lazy Bettor USA 1993 Derby replay video. There you'll see a horse that fit the gold standard very well and performed exactly as expected. You can also check out the Lazy Bettor 1994 Derby replay to catch another winner that fit the gold standard. So Click around in this series. You'll see how all the past derbies fit into our perspective on the Kentucky Derby and apply that for this year's running. Thanks for watching.
All right, folks, that's all we've got for you today. Thank you for joining us to listen in on all things Derby. Be sure to check out lazybetterusa.com and check out our blog posts to stay in the know for what's going on with Lazy Better Guides, and as well as tuning in next week where we look back at previous Derby winners once again and look forward to this year's Derby. We'll see you next time.